Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. So I am super excited about today's video that I've got going on. It is a fall look for Disney. I love sharing makeup tips with friends and family. Now, I am not a makeup artist by any means, and I will attest I don't do other people's makeup very well, so I'll leave that to the professionals, but I am really excited to be sharing this today and just kind of my everyday look for going to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party or Food and Wine. I mean, this is pretty much my everyday look for any fall trip that we do. So I'm very excited to show some of my favorite products and, you know, kind of get some feedback if this is something you would like to see more of. But if you wouldn't mind, I would love it if you hit the subscribe button down below if you'd like to see more makeup Disney videos. But let's jump into it and get started on this gorgeous look. I'm really excited about how it turned out, so let's get started. Hi guys, so as you can see, I am completely fresh faced. I just have on a moisturizer that I put on this morning. I always have SPF in mine, just because I think I get like a lot of freckles right around here and I don't want any more. So the first thing that I always put on before my makeup is a foundation primer, and I use two, both the Radiance and the Blemishless foundation primers by Laura Mercier, and I really think they work extremely well. I don't think I would ever not wear a foundation primer just because, one, it always seems to help my makeup last longer throughout the day, and two, I think the wear and just how my foundation applies and my makeup applies, I really think it makes a huge difference in the quality of how the makeup is and how it looks on your face, and then also, is it going to last throughout the day? I don't think I ever reapply with this stuff, so just a little tip. I'm gonna start off with the Blemishless foundation, and it goes on really smooth. I am very particular about the consistency. This is, if you can kind of see on my finger, pretty much like a gel consistency. It's very like water-based, which I like. It doesn't feel heavy, but I prefer the Blemishless just because I have very acne in combination skin, so it's kind of however you go for. So that's the first step. Once the foundation primer's on, I always apply my foundation. I do not do anything without this. I went to Sephora and tried just all the foundations they had basically, and still nothing compares to the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. It just clings to my skin. Again, like I said, I have very combination skin. It's dry and oily, and some foundations just cling in the wrong places, and you can then see like it's sucking the dryness. It's really weird. I don't know how to explain it until like I have it on my skin, but I love these. I actually mix two shades just because, and like you can barely tell the difference, but I kind of have a winter shade and a summer shade. So for fall, I kind of have to mix them a little bit just because my skin is like slowly losing a tan. So I always use a beauty blender. I just got this one. They were doing a Christmas special, so this is the one I got. But I always use a beauty blender, and then usually about a pump each to a damp beauty blender. It goes on super smooth. I rarely have to use a lot of foundation for this. And then in addition, it's about, I would say about a medium to full coverage. So it's really not super heavy on my face, but it lasts throughout the day. So again, for Disney, you kind of have to have that. So once the foundation is completely on your skin, you've blended it out, I use actually it's an under eye corrector from Mary Kay, but I use it as a concealer, duh, lost the word. But I use it as concealer just because it's actually the same formula that they have. And I just apply it on, you know, some unwanted areas that I'm not super thrilled about. Also, I dab a little bit under my eye, and then because your eyes are so sensitive, I always use like either one of these 3 fingers to kind of rub it in, whatever one works. So once you have everything applied to your face, I would never do this without going to Disney or any other day of my life, but I always use the Laura Mercier setting powder. It is a lifesaver. I always use the translucent because why not? But what I tend to do for this is I'll just kind of tap a little bit, or a lot, tap a little bit in the lid and then use their little setting brush and just dab it on my face. I don't push it in. I just kind of cake my face in it. And what this does, little on my chin, well, a lot on my chin, some on my nose and my forehead. And what this is actually doing is baking to your skin. It's going to come up to the natural body temperature and just bake against there. And then that's what kind of, I guess, sets your makeup, keeps it on there really well. And I'll just leave that on for a little bit. And so now what I do while this is all baking, hopefully I'll smell good by the end of it, like cinnamon, ooh. I will do my brows, and nothing fancy. I just use the ELF little brow, like compact. I need to get a new one, honestly. And again, I have no special tools for this. You don't need any. I just use a pair of tweezers and kind of use those to brush my eyebrows. I don't know. It's really hard to buy like a $24 brow pencil when I have pretty decent brows that I'm not like literally putting or painting brows, as they say, on my face. Like, I'm just kind of filling in where need be. But once that is all done, as you can see, just kind of filled them in a little bit. You know, I have some weird spots. I take that little powder brush and I just roll it along my face. This is actually from the tutorial that I watched of how to apply the setting powder. And I just kind of dab it in eventually, but because I get bored and restless, and eventually it all goes in, it all wipes off your face, but it's baked on there. And now I look super pale. So next it's time for bronzer, and that is literally, I think, my favorite part because it makes me look like I have a tan. I think it really helps to give yourself a little bit of a natural glow to your jawline, your cheekbones, and your forehead. And they always say you make a 3 with your brush when you're doing your bronzer. But I just use a very, very, very light tan looking bronzer. I don't even know what color it is. It's an old Sephora brand. Oh, it's Claire Light. It's a #1. Next, go with a highlighting powder, and for me, I use the Becca highlighting powders. I think they work the best. This one specifically is rose gold. I really like that it kind of dupes as a brush. Excuse me, a blush, not a brush. It really duplicates as that as well because it's got that nice like highlighter pink sheen to it. But personally, I have tried like opal and pearl and it just washes me out too much. So find what works best for you. In addition, I think this is really great for fall It kind of has that autumny color. You can even apply a little bit to your T-zone, your chin, just to kind of give a little bit of glow there. But honestly, great for a fall look, just because I think it is the right color for that. I've added the highlighter, I have done brows, all of that. I am moving on to the eyes. And so, you know, to make sure that your eyeshadow goes on seamlessly for this fall look, I want to make sure that I am using a base. And the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer, I think it works the best. I really wish they would go back to these tubes where you squeezed it out, because I think it's a lot like cleanlier. I don't know, sanitary, because putting that brush in and out and putting it on your eye, that's gross. I don't know. Personal opinion. For fall, it's Tartelette in Bloom, and again, it's got those great colors. For a fall look at Disney, I would say I would go with something a little bit darker for my eye rather than something in the neutral section. So if I was going to go with something, I'm going with one of these colors down here. First off, I'm just gonna add a really nice gentle base. I'm typically using this color right here, which is Smarty Pants. I think it's just a nice light neutral brown. It goes on extremely well. So once that's all applied to my lids with this kind of fluffy brush, I go back in and I'm going to use this, this Rebel color right there. It's just a nice burgundy, nothing crazy, but I'm just going into the crease and adding that. Again, when I do my makeup, I typically don't like to do a lot. You know, I want to get out the door and go to the parks. Like, I don't want to go and spend 5 hours trying to do this. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think anyone really cares all that much, but I also want to look nice when I'm in the park. So once that's on there, super easy, nothing crazy. I'm going to then go with my brow bone. And actually, I will use another palette. This is my MAC palette. I just have 4 colors, but I'll go in, I honestly don't even know what the colors are anymore. But just kind of, you can even use a highlighter if you have a highlighter that is similar to this color right here, which a lot of people do, especially the Becca ones. And I'll just reuse that perfectly fine. And I'll just go in along the brow bone, blend that in, just going crazy, go to town on it. But again, 3 colors, that's all you need. So as you can see, 3 colors, 1, 2, 3, done. And then still kind of with that fall theme, I mean, it pretty much matches my shirt in terms of the colors used. So I think we're on trend. But then next, I like to go with eyeliner and mascara. So now that eyeshadow is done, super simple, super easy, I will go in and do eyeliner. Stila brand, and it's like a tip, a felt tip on it, and just small little dashes. Next up is mascara, and what I typically use is this Laura Geller, and you can find this at Ulta, but it's the Drama Lash Maximum Volumizing Mascara. Now, I have really good curl on my eyelashes, so lucky me, right? So depending on your lashes, you may go with a different look, but I like a lot of volume. So to finish off this look, I would just say that a very basic like mauve lip gloss would be your best option. Now, I am not a big lipstick person, so for me to wear lipstick, it's kind of a big deal, to be honest, but this is Buxom's Sugar lipstick gloss. What I like about it is that it wears off really well. I typically don't reapply lipstick. I am the worst about it. And now I wouldn't say it tints your lips, but I definitely feel like it wears off well enough where I don't feel like it's all gone or like patchy, or that you can tell it's wearing off, I guess. I don't know. I'm not the best describer of things, but I'm not a makeup artist, let's just say that. But I would say it's my go-to if I'm wanting a really quick fall color. All right, so this is the finished look. I really love how it turned out. It's definitely got those fall vibes. If you have any other ideas for looks for Disney theme park days, feel free to share. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.